when you go to work in the morning, or when you do anything, let's suppose you're going on vacation, okay? Let's suppose you go on vacation. You're going to be gone for, I don't know, 3 days, all right? A long weekend. What do? You book a hotel room, right? You make all the travel plans. You either book an airplane, book a seat on an airliner, or you decide, which car to take. And you kick the tires, you take it in, you get your oil change, you make all these preps. You pack up, well, I'm going to need this on Tuesday. Wednesday, I'm going to need this. So you get yourself all prepared. You and your wife, your significant other, your dwelling partner, whoever the hell you want to call it, other person, if there is one, with the kids, if there are any, that whole thing. You get everybody ready. All right, we're going to get up at 4:30. We're going to drive to the airport. You know exactly what you're doing, right? Now, when you leave the house, all right, check, make sure the coffee pot is up. Check. Okay, let's make sure that there's plenty of cat food, because we'll be back. Let's see. Should we drop at the vet for a couple of days? No, kennel? No, we'll leave him here. He'll be fine. He's a mature cat. The dog, we got to drop him off. You make all these arrangements. Make sure that light is out. Leave that one on. That one's on a timer. Everything's all set. You leave. You know exactly where you're going. You know exactly what time you're going to get there. You know exactly when you're coming back. The rest is up to God. If you survive it, fine. You have all the details. You got them down. We'll be back Sunday at 5:30. The airplane is supposed to land, barring any delays. We'll be in a taxi, that's about that, and we should be home at 6:45, at which point we will pick up the dog the next day at the kennel, and we'll walk the cat. We'll take the cat we'll let the cat out of the bag. We'll do all this stuff and make sure, oh my God, the coffee pot. Oh yeah, well, we'll make sure, just unplug it. Unplug it so I know, yeah, okay, you know everything. Everything. Same when you get up and leave the house just to go shopping. You lock the door, you make sure all this stuff is gone. And of course, the other thing is, when you're going out, sorry, that one never lit. Yes, I do smoke like a soldier, like a trooper. I do everything like a trooper. So, somebody mentioned that in one of the comments. I thought it was rather funny. Now, if you're going on a long vacation, you make a will. Ooh, if I leave, if something happens, anything happens, go to, First United Bank over here, and the will is in the safe deposit box. Or call the attorney, Mr. Jones. Here's his phone number if anything happens. Right? You're prepared for anything. And you know where you're going. And you know when you're coming back. And if you don't get hit by lightning or killed in a car crash or the plane doesn't crash, you'll be back. And you do it, you walk out the door with a little trepidation, but not that much. So, because you're prepared. Question, everyone. When you go to sleep at night, do you prepare? Do you make sure the coffee pot is unplugged? The cat's been fed? Make sure the kids know where the wills are? Make sure, or your parents or whoever's involved, make sure you called work and let them know where you might be, or might not be. Might not be in tomorrow, might be dead. Don't know where I'm going. Guys, when you fall asleep, you don't know where you're going. You don't know how long you're going to be gone. And you have no idea if you're coming back. Don't know where you're going. Don't know how long you'll be gone. No idea when you're coming back. If you're coming back. And yet, we make no preparations at all. You just happily nod off. Boing. Does that make any sense to anybody? We don't even know where we're going when we fall asleep. I know where you're going. You're going to sleep in the bed, and I see you asleep. That's not it. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about where the hunk of meat is going. I'm talking about where you personally are going. Don't tell me you hang around your bedroom all night. Yes, the body does, but your brain and your spirit and your mind and your spirit and your soul and all. We fly around. We do all these wonderful things when we're sleeping. I have no idea where we are, and neither do you. And don't point me to theories. Well, Professor XYZ said it's because... No. We have no idea. It's one of the great mysteries of life. And it's a spectacular mystery, too, because we have no idea. We really don't. I can't wait for the day that we can actually videotape, record our dreams. We can bring a camcorder with us and record our dreams. Imagine watching a dream back the next day. Whoa. Oh, my God. So, isn't that interesting? We depart this plane of existence. for a full 8 hours, maybe, you know, if we're lucky. And we don't make any preparations at all. Good night, boom, gone. Doesn't make any sense? You see how the system has us whipped into this frenzy where we got to make preparations for everything? Be prepared, blah, blah, blah. Time is so made up. So anyway, that's my question. Why do we prepare for everything? But the biggest mystery while we're alive is sleep, and we don't prepare at all. We just go to bed. Yep, see you tomorrow. Good night, see ya. That's it. And yet if you go down the street, you've made 19 preparations, you know exactly what you're doing. I just said that. Think about it though. Isn't that weird? Yes, it is. And the other thing is, we're asleep for 8 hours a day, right? On average, people sleep 8 hours a day. 8 hours is a third of a day, right? It certainly is. 24 divided by 8 is 3, right? And 24 divided by 3 is 8, right? Yeah. Yes, it is. Okay, so one third of our lives is spent asleep. Add that up. If you're 30 years old, you've been asleep for 10 years. 10 years. Like my dad is gonna turn. Did he already? He's gonna be 90. My father, he was always much older than us kids, but yeah, Dad's gonna be 90. That means what's a third of 90? My father's been asleep for 30 years. 30 years he's been asleep. Some who know him would argue longer.